All right, gang. So we've come back from our breakout sessions, and what I want to do is really is work together with us, for the time that we have together to make sure that we come away with our brand and the word or phrase we want people to think of when they think of us, right? And and as I said, it's not about you'll struggle between which of these should I choose, right? And it's don't worry about struggling. It's okay. Just because you choose one, it doesn't mean you're eliminating the other part of who you are as a human being. These are additional dimensions that people will get to know you once they're attracted to you. But without that signature dish to draw you into the restaurant or that display in the window to draw you in to see everything else that's in the store, they'll never see that unless that most attractive part of you compels them. And once they come and they visit with you, and then they see, oh my gosh, this, and that's when they fall in love with you. That's when the loyalty is created, right? So, having said that, let me ask you this, and Chris, were you able to come up with these five here?
I came up with some sorry if I don't know if you're just asking the group generally, but
No,
I came up
I'm
with
asking Adam. I think I said Chris, but I mean Adam.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I came up with some. I do have the five, I guess. So yeah.
Laura,
Yeah.
Laura, how about you?
Yes.
And then Keo, how about you?
More or less, yes.
Okay. Do you guys want any clarification on this? Does anybody want to ask, well, can I pull my up and can you sort of help me with this or help me with that? We can do a little bit of that before we choose the next one. Okay. Where we go to the next step.
Yeah, I'd be happy to talk through if it's okay.
Yeah.
I kind of have an idea of what my main one is that I think, but I'm just trying to
So
struggling a little
Adam,
bit to
pull yours
distill
up.
it.
Yeah, pull
Okay.
yours up. Go ahead. Go for it.
1 second. Let me do that. To share screen, I think. Share. Okay. Did that work?
Yep, it's great.
Okay. Okay. So to me, the for personally, I think the sort of the issue spotting, solution finding, problem solving is to me like the main attribute I think that I can the thing I can offer my clients. Because I feel like I am strong in finding issues, whether it's in on in a contract in sort of the pre-planning and the stage of thinking through how the relationship's going to work, and then also um, on the back end, if there is a problem, analyzing it and coming up with what the issues are and how to solve them. But I guess my question to you is problem solver encapsulate that enough? Like, is that a or is that too generic, I guess, as
No,
kind of a
as I look at these and
mhm.
having practiced law, I think these are excellent.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think these is as I look, I didn't want to say out of the gate because I want to hear what you had to say, but
Hmm.
I take you at your word. It's true. I like the fact if you look at the characteristics, they all relate to who you, a part of your humanity as being
Hmm.
human being. Conscientious, right? It's a quality that relates to who you are as a person, eager to
Hmm.
help, right? Analytical, knowledgeable, you're personable, diplomatic, great instinct. All of that relates to your gifts, your DNA. What I'm trying to get across is who you are as a human being. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And let's say you got somebody who is an awful person. Like theirs would be, although they wouldn't acknowledge it, like narcissistic, self-centered, diabolical, mean. You see what I mean? And I like
Hmm.
what you have here, right? And we know that it's authentic and true because they wouldn't have a firm of your caliber. It's not going to bring you on to develop and be their name and representative in San Diego when they're trying to expand that platform. So I feel very good about what you chose here.
Okay.
Now,
Good.
what I want you to do is I want the three of you, and we'll take 5 minutes, right? And what I want you to do is I want you to choose one. And it's going to become your, this is the one, Adam, that I'm going to choose. It could be the one that you like. It could be the one that you think I kind of liked, but I really didn't pay attention as much to it. And if I could choose this, this is a better one. That's what all I'm trying to get. You guys, you already have a brand. It's either positive, negative, or neutral. The question is are you intentionally selecting the one that you think is best for your target audience? You're not choosing something you're not, right? You're not, to use an analogy is like, you're not saying you can dunk a basketball when you can't, right? You're saying, I'm a great passer. I'm a great dribbler. I'm a great outside shooter, right? I'm a great defender. Those are all things that are real about who you are. So you don't have to worry about choosing the wrong one. Choose the one that is the easiest for you to live into, because you probably have been subconsciously doing it, but at the same time, don't select it if it's not the one that is most attractive to your target audience. Okay? So the idea here is it's got to matter to your target audience first. So you might say, Tim, I'm a hard worker, and that matters, and it's easy for me because I love the work. I'm an intellectual. I love going through all of this stuff. And you say, but as I think back on it, they don't, as a partner working on their case, they're not looking for a guy $600-700 an hour who's just going to hard work. You see what I mean? Like, whereas that might be the natural one for you because you like it. You might say, Tim, I've been going full guns at that, like level 10 on that, and I'm not going to stop. But I've only been going full guns on reliable, or I've only been going full guns on knowledgeable. I've only been going 6 or 7. I got to start amping that guy up because that's the best one. That's going to be most important and attract my target audience. See what I mean, gang?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take 5 minutes. Pull yours down. I'm going to pull mine up.
Okay.
All right. And I'm gonna share my screen, take us back to where we were. All right. And here's what I chose, right? I chose expertise, right? Because I felt that that's what I was smart, knowledgeable. I felt expertise is a part of good instincts, right? I felt that was what my audience wanted. It really wanted, because when it comes to branding, am I doing the right thing? Yes, you are. So I can I can convey that enthusiasm, that they feel good about it. So I chose that as mine. Now, remember, I chose passionate as a possible one. I didn't want to choose passionate because passionate usually relates to being like a motivational speaker, right? And that's not the business I wanted to build. I wanted my business to be more of a strategic advisor, right? Because I felt like I had more. Number one is I didn't want to be on the road 100 days a year. Number two is I also felt like it offered me an opportunity to have a more long-lasting relationship with clients. I thought it allowed me to leverage my experience as a lawyer and being a good critical thinker, right? So I chose that intentionally. And guys, I chose that before I was that. Then what did I do? I wrote a book. I wrote a lot of articles. The person to see. I built Rainmaker U. So what I did was I chose it and I lived into it. I lived into it. I had it already, but I didn't promote it. So like, oh, there's Tim O.B., the brand man. Oh, you're the person to see guy, right? I hope that happens a lot more. See what I mean? Like, I start to cultivate this awareness in my target audience. He's the guy to see on branding. Oh, that guy right there on business development, that's the guy you want to talk to. So what I want you to do, I'll be quiet now, is I want to take 5 minutes and I want you to just choose the one you want. I want you to write it in this section right here. And then Keo, I'm going to prompt you and say, and you're going to pretend you're somebody else, not you. I'm going to say, hey, Keo Pong, yeah, I was thinking of hiring her. What do you think of her? Oh, Keo, she's so ... What if you could plant those words in every single person's mind? So when they were asked a question, that question or something similar, those were the words that came out. Okay? You follow me, gang? See or no see? Okay, 5 minutes. 1 minute, gang. Okay. Let's go. We'll go Laura, and then we're going to go Keo, and then we're going to go Adam. Okay. And so, Laura, what's the word you chose? And then I'll prompt you as if I'm talking to somebody else who's thinking about hiring you. How do you want that sentence to be finished? So, what's the word you chose?
Professional.
Right. Terrific. So, hey, I'm looking to hire, I've got some serious labor and employment issues. We're not happy with our current attorneys. The name popped up from some friends, Laura Park. Do you know her? Like, what are your thoughts?
Laura Parker finds solutions for all your business needs.
Now, see how you got away from professional? It's this. Write it like people talk. Oh, Laura, she's a total pro. See what I mean? Your brand is professional, and then your phrase needs to tie into that. You see what I mean?
I thought using the word business kind of related to professionalism.
I wouldn't leave it to people to extrapolate. I'd be like, oh, she's a total pro. Like on all your labor and employment, she'll take care of you. She's total pro. The idea is you're conveying, remember, a part of your humanity. The other one is more descriptive about your talent. People buy personality and ideas before they buy products and services. So there's a guy, Tom Sherlock, who's the CEO of TalentVest and was in Rainmaker 15 years ago. And to this day, he has on his desk professional as his brand. And he's just a total pro. That's what he is. He's just Laura's total pro. Like, no way, hands down, total pro. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. You know what I mean?
I like that.
That's it. She's a total pro. You wanna write and you want to say it like people talk. I always say to people, write it like you're from Jersey, because people talk slang. You know what I mean? And you want to make it so it's easy to pass on. Like we're attorneys. Oh, he's a great advocate. People don't talk like that. Oh, she's a pit bull. Oh my God. He's like just so smart, like just so smart. You know what I mean? That's how they talk. Keo, how about you?
The word I chose was effective.
I love it.
Okay.
So, hey, I'm thinking about hiring this woman, Keo Pong from Atkinson Andelson. Tell me a little bit about her. What do you like? What do you think? Do you know her?
Yeah. Okay. Keo's great at getting the results. She's skilled, dedicated, and you can totally trust her with your matter.
Okay. Too long.
Okay.
Keo, she's just, I sum it up in one word: effective. She's super effective. She will get the outcomes you want. Super effective.
Okay.
Or she'll get the right outcome as best she can. You see what I mean?
Right.
Is effective. That's such a strong word, like total pro, effective. Don't shy away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Adam, how about you?
Yeah, I went with the problem solver, I guess, as my word.
Now, can I jump in there right now? I went with problem solver, I guess, as my word. This
Well,
is a conviction, right? This
yeah.
is it. Like, this is it. Like, you're going, I remember when I bought my BMW, first expensive car, and I was like, okay, business is either going to be good or I'm going off a cliff, but I'm in, right?
Yeah.
I'm signing the lease,
Yeah. I mean,
Go
the
for
reason
it.
I'm struggling with, I guess, is because if I was a litigator, right, and I was a problem solver, I think it's clear, I that to me is, and I do some of the like solving problems at end, but I'm struggling with solving the problems on the, identifying them in the like in it when I'm drafting a contract or when I'm helping set up a deal. So that's, I guess, where the vacillation comes in, it was to whether that's the right word, but
I think you're right. I think your
Mm.
instincts are right. And I think you're more like, get it, he can get it, he'll get it done.
mhm,
Right? Like he's smart. Like these are the words that come to mind. He's smart, be able to represent you. Because at the end of the day, your clients get the deal done. This isn't
mhm,
fighting. You guys got to work together. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I think yours is more along the lines of that, of like, he'll get the deal done.
mhm,
You know what I mean? It's not
mhm.
problem solving per se. It's more about, he's not going to derail this bloody thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you get
Mhm.
like your last thing you want is a real estate transaction lawyer acting like a litigator,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
They come to
Mhm.
you to finish the deal. They don't come to you to say, should I do the deal? Let's get the deal done. We've agreed on, let's get it done now. Right. So I think it's like, you produce results.
Mhm.
Like you're like, my brand is I get the job done. I produce results for
Yeah, I
my
like that. It's interesting. That reminds me of what you were saying earlier about sort of the focus at one at 10 and one at, and because I haven't been as focused on that, um, getting the deal done, but maybe that's, it sound like, I like that actually. I think, the deal maker getting a deal done might be
and I
worth
think it's
focusing
not
on.
a deal maker because the
Mhm.
deal maker is the developer. You're
Right.
the
Yeah.
guy that gets the deal done. The
Hmm.
guy finishes the deal. He gets it across the finish line. Implied in that, he's not difficult.
Hmm.
He can cooperate. He listens. He's reasonable, but at the same time, he's not a pushover. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
Like the
Yeah.
guy can get the deal over the finish line. Period. End of story. He can get the results.
Hmm.
Right? Difficult or easy, the guy is focused on outcomes, getting results.
Hmm.
Does that resonate with you? I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah. No, I like that actually. I think that uh, I think that is something that will, fits with what clients are looking for, right? They don't want, like you said, they don't want somebody to come in and um, you know,
Blow up the deal.
blow up the deal. Yeah, right. Hmm.
You know what I mean? They want
Hmm.
somebody who's going to protect their interests and
Hmm.
get the deal done.
Hmm. Yep.
So just kind of sharing that with you guys, is people want, it's like choosing a vision for your company or a mission. I mean, yeah, you can go weeks on end, trying to figure out what it's going to be. And I was saying to Laura when she came back, as I said, what was really good about it is they had a condensed amount of time. And sometimes the condensed amount of time produces the best results because you cut right to the chase and cut all the fluff out. This is not an exercise that takes days. It takes an hour, 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Like if we're breakout sessions, we would do a whole morning because we'd have more time for breakout sessions. But you don't want to doubt yourself because remember, you're not pulling something out of thin air. You're not trying to say, I'm a leading man when you're not a leading man, right? That's inauthentic. What you're saying is, let me reflect on who I am, all the different dimensions of who I am, right? And then let me choose the one of who I am that's going to be most appealing to my target audience and attract those people to me. And then once I do, all the other parts of me they're going to see, and it's going to make even a better relationship and create more loyalty. So the phrase we use, my client uses, one of my clients gave me was, we choose our brand and we live into it for the rest of our lives. So Laura's a pro in everything. She's not like if she's out with her at the golf course, she loves golfing. Like she's a pro, right? I mean, she's just the way she handles herself, the way involves everybody, the way she plays. She's professional. Think about her as a pro. That's how your life needs to be, right? It needs to be aligned with that. So that hey, we're going to get Adam involved in this, planning this bachelor party. We're going to get him involved in planning this, involved in ULI and planning. He's on a committee. Let's get him involved. Why? Because the guy can just he'll get everybody together and we'll get the outcome we want. See what I mean? It's not just business development. It's the part of who you are that you now want to showcase and you want to guard it, right? You want to guard it. and you're going to make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. So any questions before we wrap up for another minute? Everybody comfortable with their brand is? Write it on an index card, tape it to your computer, put it on a sticky. You know what I mean? Like, what's that word? You know what I mean? Like professional, right? Keo, yours is effective, you know? So when you're communicating your elevator pitch, when you're communicating, you're doing your email, you're doing your presentation to get a client to hire you, right? You just want to weave in those words, just weave them in. Now, what we're going to do in our next call is we're going to have our guest speaker, Rhonda share. She's our faculty member on LinkedIn. So we want to work on our LinkedIn profile because it's our virtual calling card, our business card, right? 80% of all B2B business is done after people check out people on LinkedIn. So we want to make sure our LinkedIn brand matches what the brand is we chose. They might not say, oh, I'm looking at that LinkedIn profile, you know, that looks like it's effective. But we don't want people to look and go, that's disappointing, right? So she's going to share what our LinkedIn profile will look like. And that's going to be the bulk of what we're going to focus on next time. And maybe have your computers up so you can take a look at your LinkedIn profiles while Rhonda's sharing with you. Okay? Any questions? Awesome. Awesome. Well done. Bravo. Have a great rest of the week. If you're having any questions about your brand, reach out to me. We can hop on a quick call. Okay?
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Awesome.
Bye.
Well done.
You guys.
Bye, gang.
Bye.
Bye.